hello. Hello. Adjusting my ears. All right. Welcome to, I think we're on 30. Oh my gosh. Hi, Heather. Good to see you. What are we on, 32? Jeez, you're 22? I don't know. I never remember. I'm like, I'm going to check, and then, hold on, I'm going to check. I go away, I'm going to check. Oh my gosh. What are we? 32. 32. You're still awake. Me too. I fell asleep for a lot today. Yeah, we had to. Yes, I got super sleepy in the middle of the day. So, but I'm awake now. I can't believe we're on 32. I wanted to finish by the end of the year, but there's not going to be elementary. I've never heard of that. Elementary? Did I get it? Is that YouTube or what is? You've been awake since 4 a.m.? Oh no, that's not good. I don't know what's going on in my head. I went to bed at almost 2. So, and I got up at 6:30. So I've also been awake for quite a long time. Tonight's probably going to be similar. So, well, I'm sorry. I hope you have a better night. It's a take on Sherlock Holmes. Lucy Liu? Oh, it's DVD. Okay. DVD Netflix. Okay, I don't have DVD Netflix. I just have the streaming. So, but I'll look it up. Still, check it out. Maybe put it on some sort of list. We used to have the DVDs, so. But now we just have the streaming. So I was hoping to finish our book before the new year, but it's not going to happen because I can't do book club next week, and then the next week is literally Christmas. So, I mean, we can do it if everyone's interested in not doing anything Christmas night. I think literally the 24th. Let's see. No, I'm sorry. It's the 26th. So it's the day after Christmas. So, okay, so that may happen. I'm off. So we definitely won't have book club next week because I'm working and I sometimes don't get home until 11 at night. So that just doesn't work out. It's up to me. Okay. Well, let's go for it. You know, worst comes to worst, no one shows up. So, but we'll definitely won't have it next week. And I'll post it in the Facebook group. Another thing I want to say is that we have, it looks like we have this, I posted up 2 possible books, but it's past the deadline that I set. So I'm not going to include any of them. And it looks like we have 2 books, The Winter Sisters and Braiding with Sweetgrass as our next book, possible next book. And so we can either vote or have a drawing. I'll probably just do a drawing because voting is not that effective at all. I believe that it was me and Heather that put something up as a suggestion. So Heather, you're off a hook. everybody else. Guys, I'm disappointed because, you know, I just want to hear what books you're interested in as well. Like, I don't want to be the only one, but if I'm one of the only ones making suggestions, I will, because there's plenty of good books. There's like a bunch. So it's really hard to pick. So we're going to have a drawing, and I don't know when it's going to be, but to enter, if we do Winter Sisters, yes, you already have that book. Yeah, that's good. Also, if we do Braiding with Sweetgrass, there's a free PDF of the book, so people don't have to buy it either if they don't want to. Yeah, that's I agree when I found that out. So I think what we'll do is we will go ahead and have the drawing for the book, and I'm going to do a giveaway, and that is going to be the 2nd of January. So the first book club of the new year. We may not be finished yet, but I still want to pick a book and have a drawing. So the drawing is eligible to anyone who is a part of the Facebook group. If you're not, the link is in the description. If you're not on Facebook, just say you're not on Facebook. I'll figure out a way to enter you if you really want to be a part of the, the book club. I want it to be someone who is going to participate. But in order to enter, just leave a comment below once this video posts, once the live comes up, saying that you want to be entered and that you've joined the Facebook group. Or if you haven't, just say you don't have Facebook, because I know not everyone's on Facebook. I'll have to figure out some way to do that. Or that's just probably going to be fine. So, but and you will win a physical copy. Thank you, Heather, for putting the link up. You'll win a physical copy of the book that we're going to pick. So it's either going to be Braiding with Sweetgrass or Winter Sisters. And Winter Sisters is a novel, and then my friend said that Braiding with Sweetgrass is pretty novel-like as well. So, yippee! Yay, Heather! Woohoo! So, but yes, that's how. And you can leave it. I'm going to be calling for it. So you can leave your name in any of the videos until. So it's like you've got, so next week we're not having it. So, but yeah, you can leave it in this one or in the comments on the one on the 26th. So to enter, you can even write a comment in the Facebook group saying you want to enter. That's all right as well. So those are ways to enter. And then on the January 2nd, 2020. Woohoo! 2020. Okay, and then also on that day, I want us to zoom through. We've got kelp and seaweed. Well, kelp was a seaweed, but anyway, that's our last herb. And then if we have time, we can sort of. She does talk about medicine making in here. It will be hard to go into in this format, so I may not go into it, but there is, there is some more references in the back, like wild food cookbooks, which look, she has our friend Billy Joel Tatum up here. which we talked about last week. So there's some more references I'm going to post. I'm going to post some more recipes. I'm going to post a bunch of stuff that I have been lacking, not posting. But so we're going to zoom through the last herb, and then you love that. You have that book. Oh, nice. Well, we talked about it last week. We talked about burdock. I thought it was good to bring this one out because we were talking about burdock as a food a lot. And it's got how to cook it and some recipes. And I want to post how to cook it in this book versus Susun Weed's telling you how to cook it. Because there's a slight difference. But I don't think we're going to go quite over how she does her medicine. I don't know, because it's just, it's it's a lot. It's really, she does a good job. And perhaps I can, well, it's a lot. It's going to be, it'd be hard to scan it all in. So, unfortunately, if you want, I may put some of it on the Facebook group. And if you guys are interested and like what you read there, then maybe at some point you can purchase the book. I know the whole premise of this book club is you don't necessarily need the book, but in this case, you know, you need it for that part. Making medicine should be researched. Yes, definitely. There's just a lot of information. So, and unfortunately, we're out of time. This is the green pharmacy. Which yeah, we'll see. Yeah, if you're making your own, yes, the herbs themselves definitely, and then the method you want to use, and every herbalist sort of does it slightly different. So that bit can be okay. You can hear me, okay, Heather. You know, that part can be confusing when you're studying herbalism. It's a lot different than how we're taught with Western medicine. So, but I'm going to try to give you as much of her medicine making information as I can. It just may go up on the Facebook group. I'm going to be scanning a lot of stuff. Okay. So, oh yeah. The last thing is that the that day, the second, is it the second? Yeah. The second, we are going to have a deep sort of wrap up of this book. And I have some questions in the description. And so I want everyone to like look over the questions and like maybe, you know, if you need to go back over some of the videos and watch them and think about your answers, because we're going to go through those questions on that day. Yeah, do sort of a deeper, you know, a wrap up of the book, because it'll be done. Hopefully we'll be able to do 2 books next year, but we'll see. So we're going to be talking about seaweed. Dulse, kelp, and a seaweed I cannot pronounce. Hagike. So this is the picture. And this is Seaweed Speaks, and she wrote a poem. It's on page 213 if you guys have the book. Hi, Heather. Okay, we're on 213. We're going to read Seaweed Speaks. Seaweed Speaks. Come dance with me, flow with me, flow with me, move with me, flexibility in the sea's tides. Warm, wet, moon womb tune I sing. Deep, full, rich song I sing. She's just really doing tongue twisters here. I am the sea's green hair. I am the ocean's bead. Be with me now. Now flexibility, now flowingly. Be sensitive and dance with me. Nerve, net, filigree, be, and dance with me. Here. Warm, wet, moon womb tune I sing. Deep, full, rich song, sun song I sing. Sing with me now. I am the sea's lush grass. I am the ocean's dream. Be with me now. Come dance with me. Feed on me. Fill yourself full of me. Eat me now in ecstasy. Filled with the flow. All right. Oh, there's more. Okay, we're not done. Oh, okay. The favorite part. Womb, wet moon, womb. Tune I sing. Deep, full, rich sun song I sing. Sing with me now. I am the sea's salt feast. I am the ocean's gift. Come be with me now. That is more. Yeah. Okay, so we're just going right in. Oh, that's interesting. They have the seaweed walk after we talk about the 3 seaweeds. So this one is, I can't pronounce it, and I've never, but I'll write it down. That's the seaweed, and this is the botanical name. Yeah. So its habitat is on rocks exposed at low tides. Its region is Japan, China, and Korea. It's the only plant in this book that I've never met alive and in person, so I can't say I love her, but I certainly have a mad crush on her. She's been my ally for introducing many to the delights of eating seaweed. Virtually everyone who dares taste. She does look like little black worms. That's kind of gross. Yeah. Wants more and more and more, and soon they're hooked on seaweed. High in protein, excellent amounts of carotones, vitamin A and vitamin C complex, B complex, vitamins E and K, minerals, is balanced, and high amounts of iron, phosphorus, and calcium. Very good source of algin. I'm not really Klingon food, right? Oh my gosh, Heather, totally. So I'm not a huge fan of the seaweed. I don't really like fish, but we have these things called seaweed snacks at work that people love. They're like seaweed chips or something. However, I know that they're supposed to be very good for you. So if you love seaweed, eat more seaweed. keep on eating it. If you don't like seaweed, yeah, I wish I liked seaweed more. I agree. I wish I liked seaweed more too, Heather. So this is dulse. This is another seaweed. And you can find this at Whole Foods seaweed. You can find it at Asian markets. I'm having a hard time reading the book to you. Dulse. And then this is the Latin name. Yep. Its English names are Dulse red kale, Neptune's griddle. No, sorry, griddle. Let's see, habitat on rock shells, other algae from mid-tide mark to below low tide mark in deep waters, range northern and southern hemisphere, all Atlantic and Pacific coastal waters. Dulse is fermented into an alcoholic beverage in Siberia and baked into bread in Iceland. Well, I don't think I'd mind it in bread. I think that'd be good. You know, or even alcohol. Sure. Then I wouldn't know I was eating seaweed. It's very high in protein. And that protein is exceptionally digestible. So it's 25.3% protein, and it's 75% digestible. So you're gonna absorb 75% of that. It's also high in iron, 150. And usually she has a note about like these numbers. Phosphorus, sodium, vitamin A. Oh, sorry. Figures are in milligrams per 100 grams of herb. Okay. So the iron is 150. Potassium, wow, 8,060 to 8,100. Sodium, 2,085. And as with all seaweeds, the vitamin composition varies quite dramatically from season to season, with highest keratin vitamin A concentration generally in the summer and highest vitamin C complex usually in the fall. Dulse is notable rich in iodine, 8, and phosphorus, 267 to 270. Dulse is an excellent source of vitamin B6, 12, E, and C, as well as many other minerals and trace minerals, including calcium, 296 to 567, magnesium, 220, bromine, sulfur, radium, boron, rubidium, and titanium, folic acid, and folinic acid are also present. That sounds okay. Yeah. So I know a lot of people you can have issues with your trace minerals, that you don't have enough. And it looks like this is a good one for getting those. She has written a Dulse cold cure. So we know that it's a cold season. Soak a handful of Dulse for 10 to 15 minutes in enough hot water to cover. Then cook Dulse in that water at very low heat for 15 to 20 minutes. Strain, save seaweed, add to soup, or give it to the earth. Add honey and lemon juice to taste to the hot liquid. Old sea folk put in a gog of rum too. So you're making like a seaweed soup, looks like, or you're doing like an infusion. I think I'd add that rum. I bet it'd be salty. Okay, so kelp. All heard of kelp? Kelp. And then this is the Latin name. The Latin name means wing, edible wing. Common names are edible kelp, wing kelp, honeyware, ribbon kelp, giant kelp, bullwhip kelp, sea kelp, horsetail kelp, bladder kelp, sea otter's cabbage. That's a good one. I like that one. Bladderwhack, rockweed, The Scottish Irish name is bladder locks. So like something that grows in the lochs, the lakes. Anyway. Habitat, rocky coast, exposed locations near and below the low tide mark, range north temperate to subfrigid zones of Atlantic coastal waters, south temperate to subfrigid zones of Pacific coastal waters, Atlantic and Pacific oceans, Arctic to temperate waters. So it seems like kelp likes the cold stuff. Cold seaweed. All right. Okay, so it is, so this is again, figures indicated milligrams per 100 grams. And then she's talking about 2 species here. So you got and they're very high in calcium, 800 to 3040, potassium, 2110 to 5300, magnesium, 760 to 867, sodium, 3007 to 5610, and tin, 2.4. Kelps are also high in silicon, 7.6, aluminum, 63.1, bromine, and iodine, 150 to 540. Kelps are high in ketones expressed as vitamin A, 140 to 6,600 IUs, and also supply at least average amounts of virtually every other vitamin, including B complex, thiamine, 0.08 to 0.11, riboflavin, 0.14 to 0.32, niacin, 5.70 to 10, B6, B12, vitamin C complexes expressed in ascorbic acid, 25.8, and vitamin K, and vitamin E. Woo! Kelps are also mineral-rich treasure chests and have been found to contain averages or higher amounts of magnesium, 7.6, phosphorus, 240 to 260, selenium, 1.7, iron, 8.9 to 100, silver, strontium, chloride, copper, beryllium, boron, radium, lithium, nickel, zinc is 0.6, chromium 0.7, cobalt 1.6, vanadium, vanadium, titanium, mercury 4.0, arsenic 6.8, lead 9.1. Oh my gosh. I haven't heard of some of these minerals at all. So yeah, so I will try to find a form of seaweed to eat to add to my diet. Yeah, and I bet there are some recipes in this book. Woo! Heather, that will make it much easier. We've got a sesame seed cornbread here. Always a fave. So yeah, it's got cornmeal, wheat flour. You can always swap it if you need to, baking powder, and dried seaweed, egg, milk or water, sweetener, and oil. Sesame seeds. That sounds really good. Semi-edible. Yeah, I think so. That would be good. Yeah. So you get some seaweed in. The rest are like soups. But that might be good. There's a not fishy chowder. Like I said, I'm behind in posting these. Rare and common soup, Vietnamese healing soup. There's a minestrone, so a marinade, some stuff. Yeah, but I think the cornbread's was really yummy. Bladder whack tea. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I've got a lot to post. I've got like the last 3 herbs or something to post. I was so busy. It's been so busy. Okay, cups are quite low in calories, 249, and fat. So you're not going to gain weight eating kelp. It's going to be good. Are super superb sources of algin and alginate. I can't. Okay. They also contain a certain average amount of protein, 6.5 to 12.7%. I'm going to write those words down because I can't pronounce them, but they also have these things in them. So, okay. So, we are on 217, which is seaweed facts. I hope you're doing well, Heather. We took Horace to the doctor in Greenville today. It's about an hour journey, and he did really well. So his specialist doctor. Oh, that's good. So I just wanted to tell you that. And everyone else who's interested in a kitty update, I need some chapstick. Hold on. I'm going to take a chapstick break. Be right back. Yay, Horace! Woohoo! Okay. And there's the only time where I'd use the chapstick. Good thing I make it. Never run out, ever. So, okay. So, seaweed facts. I guess this is just in general. So, fiber uses. Dried strip of narrow chrysalis can be used as fishing line. Okay. Write that down. Big word today. Okay. Food uses. Fresh and dry seaweed may be found for sale in many of the world's coastal markets, especially in the Philippines, Japan, Indonesia, Korea, China, and Hawaii. In North America, however, fresh seaweed is found only in ethnic Oriental markets, and dried seaweed in specialty stores may be available in pill form. Yes. Alginates from seaweed appear in many commercial foods such as ice cream to thicken and stabilize. Medical uses. Seaweed is primary source of algin, which as purified mucilage is used in many pharmaceuticals and cosmetics, as surgical fibers, and in dentistry. Interesting. Soil uses. Fertilizer beyond compare. Ocean uses. Water purifier. Animal uses. Sold as a dietary supplement recommended for vitality for virtually all animals, including birds. Toxicity. Externally, adverse reactions to seaweed are not reported internally. Seaweeds are non-poisonous, though there are 2 hazardous species. See seaweed fun facts, which is at the end of this of the seaweed, but I'll put I'm gonna find them now. It's actually a part that I never read. Ooh, sure. Don't tell anyone. Poisonous. So don't use this seaweed called mermaid's hair. So that one is poisonous. And also this one, it's called acid kelp. Whoa. That's fun. So don't use that one. So mermaid's hair is a bright green, slimy looking mass of hair, thin strands matted together in loose or irregular layers. And then acid kelp is not poisonous, but it can cause stomach ache if eaten. Oh, she tricked us. So, yeah. Yeah, acid. I guess like stomach acid. You can upset your stomach. Heavy metals and natural radioactive elements are found in most seaweeds, and there is serious controversy about the bioavailability of these toxins. So people are like, will your body absorb them? Because I was mentioning things like mercury and arsenic and chromium. So some of those things they're not so good for you. You know what I mean? Well, documented studies attest to the fact that the arsenic in kelp is not assimilated. Does this mean that the other heavy metals are not assimilated either? One author suggests that none of the minerals in kelp are bioavailable. Australia has banned the sale of Japanese seaweeds due to high toxic metal content. For my own peace of mind, I gather my own seaweeds from the least polluted ocean waters I can find. I support the effort of other small-scale, conscious seaweed gatherers, and I contribute to water conservation and quality improvement personally and through organizations. You will be assimilated. That's right. Resistance is futile. Okay, so it seems like there's some controversy, although I know like there are so many people that eat seaweed. So I don't know. Everyone can do their own, I guess, research on it. I didn't know that there was any controversy, like I said. But I guess a little bit can't hurt, you know. I guess you don't need to eat boatloads of it. Like everything else, you know, you want to eat it in moderation, but yeah. Or you can, you know, do more research if you are concerned. But They're like all herbal stuff. There may not be enough studies. So just be prepared for that. But loads of seaweed. Yeah. Yes. Let's go on a weed walk now. On that note, my cheesy jokes, right? Okay, 218. Or like, it's more like a weed boat ride, probably, right? Oh, it's long. All right. Wake up. Put on some warm clothes and meet me downstairs. Ready? Okay. Grab a couple of those tofu buckets and follow me. We're off to gather some seaweed. The heat, the heart-healthy seasoning, the salty spice of life. Yeah, we do sell at my work. We do sell like a seasoning, salty stuff. So there's ways to incorporate it into your diet. That instead of just eating it, you know. We'll walk on the beach and talk about seaweed on the way. I left the pickup here yesterday and walked home, so we won't have to walk back later, when our buckets will be full of seaweed and heavy. The tide won't be out for several hours yet, so we can take our time and enjoy the walk and the early morning fog. Seaweeds aren't, of course, really weeds. They're more like wildflowers, or more accurately, like underwater ferns. I think of them as ferns because they reproduce by spores. Most of them are hardy perennials, and they're superbly graceful. Unlike land plants, seaweeds don't have different tissues for root, stem, and leaves, but one sort of tissue that assumes a somewhat analogous shapes. Holds fast are like roots, stalks like stems, and bleeds are fronds like leaves. Floats give the seaweed buoyancy. Holdfasts are the name, as the name implies, hold the seaweed fast to the ocean bed, but do not gather nutrients as roots do. All of the seaweed's nourishment comes from the sun and the seawater, absorbed through the entire surface of the blade or frond. The stalk spans a distance, sometimes as much as a 10-story building, between the holdfast and the frond. Hear the surf over in the cove? We haven't much further to walk. Specialized tissues form at reproductive sites. These particular cells thicken and swell until a jelly surrounds the sexual bodies, which bear spores. This jelly protects thousands of spores until they ripen, float free of their parent, and drift off in search of a new spot to touch down. As soon as one lands on a site to its liking, it germinates immediately and starts to grow. Here we are. We still have quite a bit of time before the tide has ebbed enough to reach the dulse. Let's go out in the rowboat and see the kelp beds. Somebody said kelp is the grandfather of the ocean, but I am reminded more of mermaids when I look into the dense expanse of rippling kelp fronds. I've never done what she's done. I've never gathered kelp or any seaweed from the ocean. I don't really live by it, so I'm assuming that would be difficult right now. Get a little jacket. Sorry, hold on. Get a life jacket. And bring that bucket. Yeah, so you miss the ocean? Yeah, I lived by it for a little bit, yeah, and I did enjoy being close to the ocean. I think my heart is with the mountains, but it's also with the ocean. Sometimes I wish we could like cut out the middle of the state and just like pull the mountains and the ocean closer together, so I could be by both. But there's more stuff over here in the mountains for me, so I'm in the mountains. So we're about 8 hours from the ocean. And Heather, you're more, right? And you're probably like 12 or 14 hours. I'll make 1 or 2 trips to the ocean. Oh, you do? Do you make 1 or 2 trips each summer? That's cool. 12, 14 hours. Where do you go? A lot of people go to I know from here people like to go to like Myrtle. When I was living on the coast, people go to Virginia. But also like the coast because we have good beaches. So I used to when I lived in Pennsylvania. Oh, okay. You're probably closer to the ocean there. I don't think we could have harvested any seaweed from where I was. I feel like you need someone who's very knowledgeable about that. Because she's like out on a boat and everything. But yeah, it's too far for me too. Just to go. But I'm glad I got to live by it for a little bit and experience that. That was really cool. It was really cool. So, yeah, for me too. Get a life jacket and bring that bucket. I can't resist coming home with a little fresh Nervo or favorite snack food. While you row, I'll tell you more about seaweed. The pull in your shoulders, the sun sparkling on the waves, will help you remember what you hear. Row hard. All varieties of kelp are safe to gather and eat, except one called acid kelp, which burns a bit if you touch it. There is one other poisonous seaweed, but it looks more like slime than weed. Between the sting and the slime, no one is likely to try to eat either of them. So basically, we can say then that all seaweeds are edible. Oh yeah, sure. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, you do all the work, and I'll just tell the story. I know. That was my thought too. I was like, oh ha. Oh. All around the world, people eat them. By far the largest and most spectacular kelp, though not necessarily the best tasting, is the one you're rowing us out to sea. And this is giant kelp, and this is the Latin name. It's this Nero chrysalis. Haha. Almost anyone who's been on a beach along the Atlantic or Pacific coast after a storm has seen the long tubular stalks hold fast in thick balloon-like floats of Nero? Bullwhips, the kids call them. These floats make great bowls and toys of all sorts. We're just going to harvest some of the fronds, which are quite delicious once dried. If you have a hankering for something spicy, you can make a pretty good pickle out of storm-wrecked. I guess I'll just keep pronouncing. There's no I though. It's and neary. Oh, I'll just call him the giant kelp, because giant kelp floats and stalks and floats. It's one of the few seaweeds that not only can survive being tossed up on the beach after a heavy storm, but can still be appetizing despite the harsh treatment. Try substituting the stalks for cucumber or green tomato in your favorite relish or chutney recipe. But be careful to rinse it only in seawater to remove clinging sand. Freshwater washing before drying often makes the seaweed fishy tasting. Interesting. Pro tip: wash your kelp in seawater. In the water, kelp is an enchanting dancer. Can you see her now? It's enough to make your mouth water. How are your arms? Need these sunglasses? Row just over there a bit more. Heather says, I follow a guy on Instagram who forges all around Southern California and takes classes with this guy. Oh, cool. That's neat. Did they do seaweed? Yeah, row this. She's like, do you need some sunglasses? Maybe it'll help. I'll be like, you row, it's your turn. You could talk and row, right? Row just over here a bit more. Great. Stop here. Splash. Now we're anchored and you can get a closer look. It's hard to see the size of this kelp bed from here, floating on the water, but take my word for it, it's big. Out from this edge grows a seemingly endless expanse of waving kelp blades where whales, sea lions, and sea otters swim. The kelp forms huge, lush underground fields, meadows, and forests, which are home to myriad lives. Rest now and let your hands dangle in the water. Let the kelp touch you. Close your eyes. Feel its story. Oh, seaweeds, mushrooms, and herbs. That sounds cool. He has cool books. Okay, cool. Oh, he writes books too. Are you able to nice, thank you. Okay. Pascal Baldar? That's his name. Okay. All right. So we'll look him up on the Insta. And check him out. It's always good to know a good mushroom guy and a seaweed guy or girl, person. Yes, thank you, Heather. Heather has put a link. I'm just gonna. Woo! Author, wild food artist, traditional food preservations, and naturalist, plant-based invisivore. Okay. He's wrote a book called The Wild Crafting Brewer. Neat. Okay, cool. I don't know if you can still see me. He's only got 51,000 followers. That wild vinegar looks awesome. Yeah, the book looks great. Thank you, Heather. I'm always like on the hunt for like awesome herbal people. So, and books, which I don't have time to read. So, Yeah, vinegars are great. We've talked about them, haven't we? Good way to pull out minerals from plants. So, and if you don't want to eat your seaweed, it's another way to get them. Let's see, what is it? Oh wait, is there another post about mountain vinegar, mugwort vinegar, prickly pear? It looks beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that's neat. That's really neat. All right, guys, that looks neat. You guys should check it out if you get the time. And distractions. That's okay. That's okay. Worthy cause. Worthy cause. We are an herbal book club, and he did write an herbal book, and he's an herbal person. So always good. Always good. Plus it breaks it up a little bit. It's a real long section. This weed walk, it's like 4 pages. Yeah. Expanding our herbal knowledge, definitely. I really want to put a lot of my herbal information in like one place. Do like a book. It's a big project. Pull from different books, things that I like. Yeah, 4 pages. We're on page 2. So feel the floats nudge you. Each float the size of a newborn person's head, floating in the amniotic liquid of Mother Ocean. Amniotic. Each float is filled with half a gallon, 2 liters of air. / 2 liters of air. Feel the smooth, undivided blades, undiluted against your wrists and hands. Slide your hands along the blade. First this way, towards me, towards the float. Feel these little attachments? The blades grow out from there. The farther away from the float, the frond part is. The older it is. You could feel it grow if you sat here for even a day. At this time of year, it grows about a nose length in 24 hours. That's pretty fast. Now slide your hands on the other side. Grab hold and slowly begin to pull and pull and pull. Here, gather it into the buckets we brought. Keep pulling. Sure, you can open your eyes. It's a long pull, about 50 times your length, I'd say. It's a big one. Now, see how the blades get thicker and thicker as we pull it on it? This is the oldest part. See how the green fades and the brown color is more obvious? I use this older, tougher part for the garden and the younger, thinner part for eating. There. It's all in. So it sounds like a really long, plant. You just keep pulling and pulling. We'll each pull in a couple now, and that'll fill the buckets and get us back in time to search out dulse. Remember to cut the blade an arm's length from that little attachment to the float so that the kelp will keep growing for its full year of life. Yes, it is the rare annual seaweed, nourishing and sheltering so many. Silence except for the sea sounds, bird cries, and boat creaks. All right, up anchor and on to dulse. I'll roll for a bit. We want to get over there into the turbulence. Ooh. Dulce, bloody mystery of the sea. Dulce. Daly is a wonderful ally for strengthening women. With her dark purple-red color and her ever-changing shape, Dulce is as red and changing as a woman's moontime. She is the image of uterine power and mystery. With her beneficial yeasts, proteins, and minerals, Dulce is an optimal nourisher for uteruses and nerves. Yeah, turbulent. It sounds like it's in like choppier waters. Okay, let's be careful of the boat in this water. Even at low tide, it's rough. Here's the Dulce right here in the crevice of the cliff. See how it hangs on? It loves to be dashed by the waters. There, got it? It's such a fragile-looking seaweed. You won't think she'd like to hang out in such a rough place. Maybe I especially like Dulce because I identify with her. She's tenacious, hardy, adaptable, and flourishes even in extreme situations. And she has a wise woman way of changing her form to adapt to the specific microenvironments. Dulce is a wise woman, a shapeshifter, a bleeding woman, a changing woman, a woman whose friend it is good to be. That's the holdfast, that little disc. Hard to believe it could ever get a start, no matter how small, in this clip face. There's hardly any stalk either. The whole thing is mostly blade. Look through it. What a color, like stained glass, and she's so smooth and curves so gently, like a figment of some tropical sunrise set adrift here in this cold water. I like, will you be my friend, Dulce? I know. You might have to put Dulce in your cornbread, Heather. So romantic. I know, right? I love these weed walks because, sometimes they're cheesy as we read through them, but and sometimes they're a little wacky as well. But I like how they help you remember the seaweed, the plant, because I can read a bunch of facts and stuff, but here you're picturing the ocean, and you get a sense of where this plant grows, and it's yeah, intriguing. Yeah. So that's why I like these little sections in this book. I think it's really helpful, especially if, you don't have this plant by you, which we don't, but you may live by the ocean and you may have access to a person who knows how to gather these plants. I definitely wouldn't do it by yourself, without someone knowledgeable, because it's a little trickier than, I think the land gathering of the plants. The little decorations all along the edge of the Dulce, like little appendages, are secondary growths. See how the blades get split and split again as it grows until it looks like a hand. Plumera, like the plumes of your hand, palm of your hand, plumera. Most of them are hand-sized too, though some are baby hands and some are monster hands. Enough fun. Let's get busy before the tide changes. Check all along here on the other seaweed. Check all along here on the other seaweeds, those wet rocks, even under ledges. Dulce likes to hanker down and go along for the ride. She plays hard to find and hard to get. Cut her properly, respectfully with a knife, and likely she'll grow again. She's a long-lived crone of the sea and one who gets around. You'll find Dulce back home on the East Coast too. We'll have a lot of work ahead of us still today. It takes longer to hang the seaweed to dry than it does to harvest it. Yep, we'll dry it all. Neither the Dulce nor the kelp is great fresh. Too rubbery. When we get home, we'll spread the Dulce on those screens you saw in the tall racks by the back door. There it's out of the direct sun with a good breeze. It'll be dry enough to put away this evening. It will still be palatable. Dulse never really gets crisp and dry like other seaweeds and herbs. Sometimes I roast it or toast it before adding it to dishes, but mostly I like it as a chewy snack. And we hang the kelp, some outside on clotheslines, secured with clothespins, and some inside from the nails I've hammered onto all the rafters, but only after we've carpeted the house with newspaper to catch the drips. Then we'll light a fire in the wood stove so the Nero will dry as fast as possible. I dry it all inside, but I don't have room. The kelp will get crunchy dry in 3 or 4 days. I'll be able to take it down and store it in loose bundles to finish drying before final storage in paper or plastic bags. Enough of my talk. Let's harvest Dulce and listen to her for a while. Woo! Oh my gosh. How long are we going? An hour, 5 minutes. I want to light a wood stove to dry seaweed. Me too. I don't have a wood stove, but I grew up with one. I'm going to have to get like a... Whew. Take a minute. A lot of reading. I grew up with one, and it was really great. Extra work, but it's just really nice to have a wood stove. Yeah, I want to get through it. Oh wait, we're almost done. You checked your fire starter today. How is it? How long does it have, Heather? Yeah, hold on. I read this poem. Is that the laugh of my grandmother I hear? Is that the song of the mermaid? And then that ought to do us. The season's almost done with Dulce. See how some of it is looking gray. I have enough harvested to last me to spring, though. Okay, I'll row this time. Yep, back to dock. Breakfast is waiting, and I'm hungry. That was it. I did it. I read all of it, and I didn't even notice. So, yeah. So next time we'll start on page 222, seaweed properties and uses, and we will run through that. Let's see, they're doing good. Woo! Okay, 10:24 first batch, 11:14 second batch. Did you do the same thing for the second batch, or are they different? Different. Okay, cool. That's cool. I would make a lot more vinegar if I could eat it. They're different. Oh, I've got to get a... Hold on. I've read a lot. It's been a snacky day. Hopefully I didn't overdo it. Yeah, no vinegar. Makes it hard to have ketchup. Mayonnaise, salad dressing, salsa. Life goes on though. It is. I learned how to make my own avocado mayonnaise and my own salad dressing with tahini and lemon and yeah. And you can substitute lemon juice for kind of that vinegar. So yeah. You know, at least in cooking. So I'm really glad you must like the fire cider, Heather. So you can make homemade salsa with no vinegar. I can, yeah. I also have like issues with like tomatoes and stuff like that, but so that's why I haven't done it. But yeah, you can. I would just add like a little bit of lemon juice, and I think they use it so much in stuff you buy at stores because it's like a really good preservative as well. I think it does it better than lemon juice. And that's the only reason I can think about. Maybe it's cheaper. But you can definitely make like, like I said, that when I found out about avocado mayonnaise, I was like, oh my gosh. So I sort of invented my own. And turned it into like a chicken salad recipe. I'll let it go till like 12:24 and then strain, add honey. What's in yours? The batch you have up now? Oh, thanks. Yeah. I was like, oh, chicken salad. I can have that. I haven't had that in years. And then turmeric adds like a mustardy kind of taste to it. So I was like, ooh, I could probably make a mustard without mustard. But and Bubby's makes pickles and sauerkraut without vinegar. So, which is nice. Oh man, probably have to go soon. I think that is it. So, oh yes, horseradish, garlic, onion, jalapeno, rosemary, thyme, black pepper. Oh, sounds spicy. Awesome. Nice. Ginger. Cool. Cool. There's a fire cider book, Heather, and I think you might have seen it on Instagram. Did you happen to see the fire cider book? Oh, hold on. We're gonna go on a tangent for a second. Lemon. Okay, that's good too. Let's see. Hold on. I don't know if you can see me or not. I've saved so much stuff on Instagram. Yes. Yes. It's just fire cider. Maybe we can do Emmeline. Yep. Okay. It's just Fire Cider by Rosemary Gladstar. I'm going to put up the link. 101. It's really cheap. We can still see me. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, here it is. Here it is. So it's 101 Fire Cider, 101 taste zesty recipes for health boosting remedies made with apple cider vinegar. And it came out this year on October 15th, and it is $12.82. It's on sale. So it's got like, that's awesome. Okay. It looks super awesome, super cute. Yeah. So not too bad. By Rosemary. And I love the drawings in there. So those are really, looks really nice. And it's got kind of like an odd like 70s retro feel to the drawings. So that should be really good. I think if anyone's interested in fire cider, definitely should get this book. Looks like Rosemary's original fire cider was horseradish, onions, garlic, and ginger with some cayenne and apple cider vinegar and honey. And then people have like, you know, over the years, people have definitely they've expanded. So uses: leg cramps, sore throat, stuffy nose, stomach problems, heartburn, fungal infection. Oh, so like uses for apples. Traditional folk uses for apple cider vinegar. That's awesome. Exhaustion, sunburn. Yep. Hair rinse. We know that. I just can't see you. Haha. So try recipes for spicy rack fire cider, original Texas fire cider toasted nuts, vinegar cured wild mushrooms, fire cider glazed sweet potato, maple mustard fire cider dressing, fire cider stir fry, and more. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. My second batch has orange cinnamon stick star anise. That sounds amazing. Improvised. I like that book too. You can eat fermented foods, right? No. No, I can't. I have a hard time with Bubby's pickles. Even though they don't have vinegar in them, I still have a hard time with the pickles. I'm not really good with the fermented stuff. I can't do like kombucha. I just my stomach's like, no, we don't want it. It's just not for us. So yeah, all that stuff, like people are like, oh, kimchi is so good for you. And I don't know, Heather. I've always had a sensitive stomach, so yeah, that's okay. It's okay. I love star anise. I love the star shape. It's so pretty. They're so pretty. Yeah, people have improvised. So, and now you can officially call your fire cider because they won that court case. And everyone's interested, look up free fire cider, and you can read all about the court case and everything else. So, but we should go. Oh, yeah, because I can't eat liver or gizzards. I can't say if I can eat them or not because I've never had them. I've never wanted to have them. So, yeah. But I might be able to eat them, but I don't know. Yeah, so everyone, so no book club next week. And then we will be doing book club on the 26th. I'm not going to. I'm not going to eat gizzards or liver. No, not going to do that. I'll stick to chicken. Normal parts. Yes. So no book club next week. Book club on the 26th. which is the day after Christmas, and at 10 p.m. And then also enter, if you want to enter the drawing for the new book, you can enter on here. You can enter on Facebook group. So just put that you want to be entered in. And yes, the drawing will be on the 2nd. So you have till the 2nd. And I hope everyone, thank you, Heather, for joining me. Thank you, everyone, for joining me in the replay. And I think we have one other person in here tonight. So thank you to them as well for joining me live. And Boxing Day, yes. Boxing Day. So everyone's probably asleep over in the UK though, Heather, so no problem. Unless they're awake watching this. If they have insomnia. I hope, Heather, I hope you can fall asleep better tonight. Oh, awesome. Thank you. This is the Instagram link to Pascal's website, the Herbal guy that we were talking about earlier. So check him out. Check him out. All right, so we'll continue with seaweed. Not next week, but right after Christmas. We can also talk about what everyone got and everything else. So thank you for, that's the link to the Facebook group. No, you didn't mess up. It's fine. Totally good. You did awesome, as always. Yeah, hit the like. And we did pretty good. We're not too rambly. I try to stay on task. Seaweed dreams. Aww. Seaweed dreams to you, Heather. And yeah, I'll see everyone in, the 26th. And then we're almost done. We're really almost done. I'm so excited. I'm really excited. We did really good. We did awesome. So, I love you too, Heather. Yes. Okay. So have a good night and bye. 2 weeks. Yep. So 26 we'll be back.